Beauty shop conversation get exposed by a caller from my hometown. Y'all check this out.
What's up, 443?
How you doing?
Yeah, what's poppin'?
Uh, when I heard you speak a while back, you said that, you said that basically any city you go to, you could get like 300 men and all that. But what's your platform? You never really spoke on what's your platform and all that.
I will talk about that when it's convenient.
Okay, cool. Now, okay, cool. So we'll talk
That
about
mean
that.
that mean he don't have nothing. He just talking
Crawford,
shit.
right?
Yeah.
I say this all the time. He was asked to do a few things before he moved up. First they asked him to move up. He moved up. They asked him to win a belt. He won a belt, right? Then they started across the street and everything else. If fighters want to fight, they'll fight. It's just that because no across the street, business is business. I mean, Don King, who's actually Heyman's, who Heyman. Now, this is something you don't know. Heyman is a great businessman, but he's not a great boxing man. He doesn't have that knowledge, but he gets his knowledge from Don King. And Don King always said my favorite color, the green is the only color that matters in business. And the truth is, if Spence, Garcia, and Thurman wanted to fight him, these fights would have happened already. Because there's no such thing as across the street. I don't know what happened with him and Porter where the fight fell through, but there's no such thing as across the street. It's business. So, give me your honest opinion on that, on why he hasn't gotten the fights.
It's in the title. He don't want him.
No,
he don't want him.
He does.
No, he lying. He trying to say Terrence Crawford don't want to fight them. He don't want them. If this don't expose this guy as a fraud, he's a fraud. Let's watch this. He's a fraud.
He doesn't want them. That's not a okay. Okay, you have to explain that. How do you know that? Are you in the man's mind?
And
how do you know that he has? How do you know that
we're not gonna break this down to an atom to the point where we say, okay, that's my atom.
Behind
I'm telling you, actions.
Terrence Crawford hiding behind ducking all PBC fighters. Joshua fake. Wilder calls out. You see the crazy shit he put in these titles, man? And people actually follow this guy. This guy is a fucking fraud, man. Bud Crawford hiding. He hiding from, he want to fight those fights. This guy is a fraud, man.
I'm not asking you to do. I'm not asking you to do that. What I'm saying, simple as this: has he come out his own mouth and say, "I do not want to fight the top fighters in my weight class"?
Yeah, he has.
No, he has not.
He said he has.
That is a flat out lie. He has not come out and said that whatsoever. No, he actually wants to fight them, and he's frustrated, but as usual.
How do you know? How do you know? Do you know him? Have you been in his brain?
It's easy to pick up a video and see him say that, and it's easy to pick up a video where these PBC guys are saying he's across the street and we can't fight him now. When has that ever stopped anybody? Hearns and Leonard.
I don't want to hack about history.
I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about now. I don't need no historical perspective. He's not
Fury and Wilder across the street.
So that tells you that he doesn't want to come across. If there is such a street, tell him to come across.
He definitely wants to
tell him to agree to terms.
I didn't hear you, man, because there was something going off in your background.
Tell him to agree to terms.
What terms? When's the last time you ever heard the PBC give somebody an offer? Because you talk about Wilder a lot, and you said that Joshua is running away from Wilder. How many contracts has Wilder and his master Finkel given to Joshua and Hearn?
A $50 million one.
Okay, sir, that is a year old, baby. You need to move on from that. That is 1 year old. He's been given 6 contracts by Hearn. He turned down every single one, and the last one was 120. And I don't know about your knowledge of business, but if you're not happy with a contract, why don't they ever counter the contract?
So tell them to counter.
I didn't hear you, sir.
Tell them to counter.
I'm talking about
people. You know, I fuck with Wilder, but people keep on saying that Josh was ducking. I don't know, but Wilder had like 3 fights already set up. He had the Ortiz fight. He had the Fury fight. He had all these fights set up already, like a year worth of fights. Now he got to start after he fight Fury again. Then he can start saying that Joshua don't want to fight him. If Joshua don't have a fight, y'all gotta be able to fight when there's no fights set up. Y'all can't say a person ducking you when you have a fight set up, man. People just not being fair. People telling a whole lot of lies. That's one thing about me, man. I don't lie. I'm not getting nothing out of this. Every dime I bring in to my house don't have anything to do with this boxing, so I don't have anything to lie about. I don't get paid off of this. Get paid a lot. I don't get paid at all. I'm just a fan of the sport. But it's a lot of people wonder why you always talking about these guys? Because these guys are a bunch of liars, man, and a bunch of frauds, as you can see for yourself. I want to expose these motherfuckers, man, because they not good for the sport. They got people repeating this shit. When I hear something that these guys say and they don't gotta talk about the racist motherfuckers, because I'm gonna expose everybody. But this is the biggest group of lies that I ever seen.
Wilder. Why doesn't his people ever counter? Because Wilder's the one complaining, calling it slave wages, which is an insult because no slave ever got paid. So that's insulting. That's insulting. I don't even understand that foolishness.
And what's the point of this conversation? To prove what? So I can say you're right.
Y'all see that shit?
Boxing conversation.
I know, but I just want to prove. But I just want
Crawford and so forth.
But I just want to say that you're correct.
Sorry?
I just want to say that you're correct.
Just look at him. Look at him.
I already knew that before I called in.
So why'd you call in?
This supposed to be a person that's supposed to be so intelligent. He's supposed to be so intelligent, but he can't argue any of his points because he can't even argue them because he know that they are lies, and he's gonna make himself look stupid trying to argue his points. And this is the person that's y'all follow.
Brother, that's your problem, man. And
what's my problem? I have a lot of problems. I'm glad you found one. I'm glad you found one. I have a lot of them, but I'm glad you noticed one.
No. Look, man, I'm sorry that I pricked your the skin, but that's your problem with all you boys over there.
Nah, this is humorous to me.
Right, you got,
This is humorous to me.
This is humorous to me.
Hey, you humorous to me, too, because the last time I called in, you wished death upon me, right? And then you quickly hung up the phone.
Man, yeah.
I gotta find that show. He said the last time he called in, he wished death upon them. You notice they wish death upon a lot of people. And these so-called righteous so-called righteous people, they wish death upon people.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
that was the mood I was in.
That was the mood he was in.
I don't wish death upon any man, so I know that's not true.
No. That's I would never call in a lie about that. And that's something else I don't get with you, because you're supposed to be,
pro-black.
You're supposed to be this
pro-black.
Yeah, pro-black.
I know,
but your favorite word is nigga.
And he married to a war. He married to a Chinese bitch.
I don't know any intelligent man that's for his people that actually talks down to his
He ain't for his people.
Well,
He using his people.
We'll meet the first.
Look at him.
Which makes you a fraud.
A fraud.
I agree.
And a sandball.
Anything else?
Yes, sir. Yeah. I wish I could sit down and say all this to your face.
One day you will.
Yeah.
One day you will.
Yeah. I mean, you'll come to Baltimore, man. You said you can help like 300 men. Well, come to Baltimore, man, because the city needs help.
Yeah, I know.
So come to Baltimore and do your thing.
He ain't come to. If you come to Baltimore and you won't leave out of there. I'm telling you. And I'll have something to do with that. And I'm saying it to you. I'll say it to your face. You will never come here. Cause I'll walk right up to now. I'm telling you, these motherfuckers, not Negro. Cause I don't got nothing against Negro. Negro just a follower. But I'm telling you, the motherfuckers I will approach. The 78 and him. I don't got nothing against Fanon either. Fanon just a follower and Negro a follower. But this motherfucker in 78, I will approach. And that's a fact.
We'll sit down and I'll have the same conversation with you and just tell you that you're a fraud.
Okay.
Okay, Sambo?
I appreciate you calling in.
All right, Sambo.
Thank you, sir.
I appreciate you staying up till 1:30 in the morning, man. I appreciate that.
And he think it's a big deal because somebody call in to prove you're a fraud to your show. If your show ain't all that, man. It's not like you're on national TV or nothing, man. Hit that thumbs up, support the channel, man. This guy's a fraud.